Hi, YouTubers and whatchavers everywhere. It's MargaretGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? We have a brand new coffee, courtesy of viewer Charles Smith. He presented it to us at the Mailbag meetup. Boy, oh boy, this is a really nice exotic coffee. The aroma is really, really wonderful. And of course, we're using our Indiana Jones mug, courtesy of viewer Jamie Horn, because we're on a new coffee adventure. Okay, first sip right here. Hang on 1 minute. Oh boy, that is really nice. That's very, very different. It's got a really nice, mild, a mild yet flavorful kind of note to it. Yeah, one more sip. Hang on. Oh yeah, that's nice. That is really, really nice. Thank you, Charles, for the Gobina coffee. Gobina coffee, and this is fresh roasted organic Honduran coffee, and it is a medium roast, and it's whole bean. Hear that? Whole bean right there. Gobina coffee. How about that, huh? Yeah, boy, this is terrific. This is a really nice, kind of a laid-back kind of coffee, kind of a laid-back cup of coffee. That's what I wanted to say. Boy, that's great. Hang on. Yeah, there's no harsh edge to it at all. That is really, really nice. Charles, thank you very, very much. And we met Charles at the Mailbag meetup, and he also gave us a couple of other things. I want to highlight one item. He gave us some razor blades and some extra O-rings. Thank you very much for that. But I wanted to show you this. He gave us a fountain pen. How about that? Check that out. This is an homage to a Mont Blanc fountain pen. We're going to unscrew that there like that. Check that out, huh? And that is, I don't know if you can see that. We're going to try to zoom in on that, okay? Try to zoom in on that. Can we zoom in on that? That is a diplomat nib. Can you see that? Diplomat nib? Check that out. That's a nice nib. Let me just put it to you that way. That's a nice nib. And this is really, really terrific. I mean, the ink just flows and glides. It's wonderful. And I've been kind of playing around with it a little bit right there like that. See, check that out. A quick George sketch there. I got another one right here. Just playing with it, you know? Yeah, it's blue ink in there. And all my correspondence will be with this pen. So if you get something from me and it's in blue ink, know that I use this pen right here. It's really, really beautiful. Charles, thank you very, very much. That was very, very thoughtful. And we also have an extra ink cartridge right here. I think this might be black ink. But I'm not entirely sure, but I really do like the blue ink. It just kind of jumps off the page. Really, really. Here, I'll show you again. Look at this. I mean, that's really nice. Check that out, huh? Isn't that great? That blue ink? Yeah, terrific. Charles, thank you very, very much. That is absolutely wonderful. Oh, one other thing we're using here this morning from the Mailbag meetup. We were talking to Andy Kaiser, and he was giving these out for free. I hope you got a couple of them. These are these coasters right here, Mailbag meetup coasters right here, April 25th, 2026, Adrian, Michigan. Isn't that great? Of course, Andy makes the soap spoon, and you can get that at soapspoon.com. Got a nice cork backing right there, and that is a terrific, terrific coaster, and that's what we are setting our coffee mug on this morning, and we will be using that going forward. That's really, really nice. I picked up a few extras, so those will be included in upcoming giveaways, as will some soap spoons. So my thanks to Andy Kaiser for that. Thank you very, very much. Oh, and you know what? A little bit of taking care of a little bit of loose ends here. We mentioned in Second Cup last week that I stopped at the service plaza, the Blue Heron Service Plaza along the Ohio Turnpike, and I was stretching my legs. I put some gas in my truck, my pickup truck, and I was stretching my legs, and I went into the gift shop, and I found this really, really nice coffee mug. Check that out. Isn't that great? And we used it for last week's Second Cup, and then all of a sudden we discovered, look at that, it's cracked. Look at that. Isn't that a shame? Look at that crack. That's just, we can't use that anymore. Look at that. Look at the way the crack runs right through it like that. Look at that. That's awful. Look at that. That's just terrible. So we can't we can't drink coffee in it. And it's a nice looking mug. It really is. I just love those blue swirls, kind of like a marbling effect. And look at that. Yeah. And I happened to notice that at the end of Second Cup, recording Second Cup. And wow, this thing is cracked. The coffee just went right through those cracks, just found those cracks. And that's why you're seeing those cracks, because that's where the coffee embedded into it. Or I guess you could say soaked through. So yeah, that's a real shame. Maybe we'll use this for like pencils or pens or something like that. If you know of a good repurpose for this coffee mug, please comment below and let us know, and we'll utilize that, and we'll show everybody how you can use an old cracked coffee mug like this and how you can repurpose it. So yeah, what a shame. It's just a terrific looking coffee mug. And well, we won't be using it for coffee. I was looking forward to using it for coffee in upcoming episodes, but not to be. But that's okay. That's okay. We got some really, really great stories and memories from the Maggard meetup. And my thanks to everyone for coming up and talking to us. And a big thank you to Charles Smith for his wonderful gifts to the channel. And also to David Lair. David, wow, that's an upcoming giveaway. Check out last week's Monday morning mailbag and check out the Maggard meetup highlights, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Wow, that was very generous of David. David, thank you very much. We're going to link Indie Brushworks below, his Etsy storefront, and you'll see exactly the kind of wonderful artisan items that he produces for the wet shaving hobby and wet shaving community. Yeah, really terrific stuff. Now, did I get everything kind of in before we before we get on with our show here? Let me just get my notes. Let me go all the way up here. Let me get over to my topics and see what we're talking about here. Oh, wait a minute. We can't do that. Hey, well, hang on. Let me get another sip. Hang on. That's right. Like we say on the show, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Absolutely. Yeah, we don't want to forget that. And hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. I really do appreciate that. If you're listening to the audio podcast this morning, thanks very much for tuning in via all those great streaming platforms out there like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. Thanks very much. Okay, now we can go on with talking about what we got on the show this morning. I'm all over the map here this morning. Okay, here's what we got planned for you. We got a great viewer shaving tip from viewer Tom Gatton. Tom, thanks very much for sending this along. We also have a Shave Den visit from Franklin H. Alden Jr. Stay tuned for that. We got the usual round of reminders. We're going to remind you of our giveaway that's going on right now. We got some terrific refill comments, some new wet shave gear, and the Maggard meetup comes into play regarding some of the new wet shave gear because we acquired that at the Maggard meetup. And we also are going to round out the show with some great questions and comments. Okay, so that's what we got covered this morning. Great to be with you. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. Hey, let's get the show kicked off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Tom Gatton, and that's spelled capital Gattin. Tom, I sure hope I pronounced your last name correctly, Tom Gatton, and he sent this tip via email, and the subject heading reads, Razor Cleanup. And Tom writes, Hey Mark, I enjoyed this week's viewer shave tip regarding razor cleanup. However, I use a completely different process. After shaving, I thoroughly rinse the razor and dry it with a towel. I then dip the razor in a decorative jar of alcohol. Finally, I stand the razor up in a small glass container to dry. I have used this method for several years and have never experienced rust, buildup, or any other problems. It sure saves time. Thanks for all the Monday morning mailbags and all the great videos. And that's from Tom Gatton. Tom, that's a really, really terrific shaving tip and process in cleaning a razor after you use it for a shave. Wow, that is really, really terrific. And standing the razor up in a small glass jar, that's another great part of the process. If you don't have a razor stand, that is a great, great makeshift razor stand. So we got several shaving tips into one really, really terrific shaving tip, a multi-shaving tip this morning from Tom. Tom, thanks very, very much. Really do appreciate that. And to say thank you for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use your shaving tip here on the Monday Morning Mailbags Viewer Morning Shave Tip segment, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So Tom, thanks again for a terrific shaving tip. Really do appreciate it. Okay, it's time for a Shave Den visit.
Grab your favorite shave soap, whip it up, rich and creamy, fill your cup, boom, lather. Hot towel ready, face feels prime, a classic shave, so smooth, so fine. 30 degrees, a light touch, let the razor do the work, no need to rush. Shave like a pro, close and neat, a shave so smooth it can't be beat. Slap on your favorite splash, feel that glow. Shave complete, now you're ready to go. Oh, boom, shave complete, you're ready to go.
Well, this morning's Shave Den visit comes from viewer Franklin H. Alden Jr. And he writes, "Hi, Mark. I really enjoy your content. It's a great way to start the week. I've attached some photos of my shave den. My soaps are mounted in 3 shoe racks. My brush collection centering on Simpson brushes. And my aftershaves are kept in a drawer under my sink." Now he takes us on a little more of a specific tour here. And he writes, "This is my brush collection. I collect Simpson and Phoenix shaving brushes and have a small representative of different boar brush brands like Omega, Zenith, and Semogue. The brushes sit on top of a cabinet containing bath soaps and my lifetime stash of Mitchell's Wool Fat, which is my desert island soap." Hey, that's great. That's wonderful. This drawer underneath the sink contains aftershaves, an assortment in front, and then Zingari Man and Saponificio Veracino in the back. Zingari Man is one of my favorite brands. Here's my sink and black shelves containing more aftershaves and my razors. These are my all-time favorite brands, which spill over into my bathroom rack. Here we have Sterling, 345, Zingari Man, Phoenix Shaving, and the now defunct Lakewood. Here are the rest of my soaps with my Saponificio Veracino and Taylor of Old Bond Street and a couple of dozen various brands. That's pretty much the gist of my den. I worked for years to be shave-pocalypse proof, and I think I'm pretty much there. Wow, that is absolutely fantastic. What a wonderful, wonderful shave den setup. Franklin H. Alden Jr., thanks very much for the tour. Really do appreciate it. Well, here's your reminder to check out shavesplash.com. This is a website that was created by viewer Lee Meyer. If you happen to have a shave soap, but you don't have an aftershave splash for it, well, shavesplash.com is a scent matching website. So you'll be able to find a complimentary aftershave scent that will go with that shaving soap. Really, really terrific. And they also have some great articles and features up there. So check it out. We'll have the link below, shavesplash.com, from viewer Lee Meyer. Well, the channel now has auto dub technology courtesy of Google and YouTube. And as the name suggests, it will automatically translate this audio from English into Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. Pretty amazing. Simply click on the gear in the lower right of the video screen. A menu will pop up, and there you can select the language that you wish to hear the audio in: Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. It translates it from English to any of those languages in real time, on the fly. Pretty amazing. Auto dub. Check it out. Well, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. Simply get up to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more, Monday Morning Mailbag and more, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, will come right up. Both of those podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, and now iHeartRadio. Well, here's your reminder that going on right now is a giveaway. That's right. Right here on the channel, we have the Copper Crown giveaway going on right now. The deadline to enter is this Wednesday, May 6th, 2026. We'll have a link below where you can check out the video, and that's where you'll enter. You can learn all about how to enter and that sort of thing, and check out the prize package that's available. This was very, very generously sponsored by viewer EZD. EZD, thank you again very, very much. Once more, we're selecting the winner this Wednesday, May 6th, 2026. I don't know what time. That depends on my schedule, so make sure to enter today, and good luck to everyone. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low. That time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on 1 minute. Let me get another sip. Hang on. Yeah, that's nice and smooth and mild. Really very flavorful. That's really, really nice. Once again, a big thank you to Charles Smith for the Gobina coffee. Organic Honduran right there. Check that out, huh? Really, really terrific. Medium roast, whole bean. Like this one a lot. And again, we ground the beans in our coffee grinder, and really makes a wonderful, flavorful cup of coffee. Not harsh, no hard edge to it at all. And the aroma just fills the kitchen when you're doing it. When you're grinding the bean and also when you're brewing the coffee. Really, really terrific. And again, a big thank you to Charles for this wonderful, wonderful homage to Mont Blanc fountain pens. This wonderful, wonderful fountain pen right here. Boy, really, really terrific. And again, he sent along an extra cartridge, and also we've got an extra, well, here, he's got this, he sent this bag here. We've got another extra cartridge here, and he also sent along some razor blades. I sent along some Treat Platinum razor blades. We're going to be using these. These are really terrific. I don't think I have any more of these, so we're going to use them again. And also, this is one I've never used, Treat DuraSharp. Anybody out there use these? Comment below and let me know. We're going to use these too. That's terrific. And he also sent along some additional O-rings, right? I don't know if you can see this, some additional O-rings. An additional little O-ring right there. I don't know if that's going to focus in or not, but you can see he's got some O-rings here. Okay, like that. How about that? Yeah, so we got some O-rings and some blades, a beautiful fountain pen, and some wonderful coffee. A big, big thank you to Charles Smith for the pen, the refills, the blades, O-rings, blades, all that kind of stuff. And speaking of blades, we need to correct the record. As you know, Dave Wilson very, very kindly sent to the channel some Persona Gem double edge razor blades right there. Thank you very, very much, Dave. Really do appreciate that. We've got a review done on this, and we're going to be editing it and posting it very, very soon. And crossing in the mail, we got this wonderful letter from Mike H. You all know Mike H. He always leaves these really nice comments on the videos. He sent along some samples of Persona Gem razor blades, and he wrote, "Hey, Mark, if you have them already, that's okay. Here's a few more," and that sort of thing. Well, I was going through my notes, and back in January of this year, viewer Jeff Palmer sent to the channel Persona Gem double edge razor blade samples. Jeff, thank you very, very much. You are way ahead of the curve on this, and I apologize for the oversight. So we have Gem razor blades from Jeff, from Dave, and from Mike. Gentlemen, thank you one and all. Really, really do appreciate that. So I just wanted to correct the record on that and let everyone know that Jeff, back in January, was alerting us to the wonderful quality of the Persona Gem DE razor blades. Jeff, thank you again very, very much. And again, my sincere apologies. But that's kind of what we got going on here. Let me get one more sip here. Hang on 1 minute. Well, this is good. This is good coffee. That's marvelous. And hey, how about the coffee you're drinking? Is it healthy? Are there any health benefits to it? Well, check out Mantic59's website called The Black Coffee Life, where he talks about all the health benefits from drinking black coffee. And check out the Lockhorns. Someday we'll look back on this and quickly change the subject. A great hardcover collection of Lockhorns cartoons, as well as their calendar, the Lockhorns 2026 Laugh-A-Day calendar. We just started the month of May, so we got plenty a year left to where you'll benefit from a great, great calendar. And the Lockhorns 2026 Laugh-A-Day calendar looks like a fun one to have in your home office. So check those out. Both of those by my good friends Bunny Host and John Reiner. Will have the Amazon links below. All right, let's get to some of these comments here. This comes from viewer Roger Stanley, 7948. I didn't get a chance to see this edition of the Monday Morning Mailbag until early Wednesday, but enjoying it immensely and glad I didn't miss it. Thanks, Mark. That was last week's Maggard Meetup highlight Monday Morning Mailbag, and I think that's what Roger is referring to. Roger, you're down under, I think, aren't you? So I'm glad you were able to tune in. Well, you know what? We keep the shows up there all year round. So if you miss an episode, you can tune in anytime you want. So this last week's Monday Morning Mailbag with the Maggard Meetup highlights for 2026 will be up there for another year or two. Well, it'll be up there always is what I'm saying. So I'm glad you tuned in when you did. Thanks very much, Roger. Really do appreciate that. This comes from Tim Morris, 7022. This was a good recap of Maggard's Meetup 2026. Hope you keep doing this every year. Thanks for sharing. Hey, Tim, I plan to do this every year. I really enjoy doing it. I learn a lot about video editing. I learn a lot about audio editing. I think I can probably improve some of the camera angles. But you know what? We're talking to a lot of people, a lot of artisans, a lot of fellow wet shavers, and we're doing everything on the fly, which is half the fun of it, really, to be honest with you. So it'll just improve as we go along because I really, really enjoy doing it. Now, before I forget, the Ohio Wet Shavers Meetup is coming up in September 12th, 2026. That's the date that I'm hearing. So I'll be attending that one and doing a highlight reel there as well. So really looking forward to that. September 12th, I believe, is the date. And I think there's a Mid-Atlantic Wet Shavers Meetup happening in the greater Philadelphia area. And I think the folks in Indiana are planning something maybe. We'll see. If we get some definitive news on that, we'll pass it along. But yeah, these meetups are great, and I love doing these highlight reels. And each one gets better as I do them. You know, I learn a little bit more, and yeah, maybe I'll get a better microphone or something like that, or we'll see what happens. Lee Meyer was doing the same thing, and he had a really terrific microphone and camera setup. So I learned a little bit of that from him. So I might do that. I'm not entirely sure yet, but it's a lot of fun. So yeah, if you've never been to a meetup, get to a meetup. They really are a lot of fun, and it's a great, great community. The wet shaving community is really, really terrific. So, Tim, thanks very much for that. Really do appreciate that. Philip Baker, 2302, writes, another great show. Enjoyed seeing those guys at the meetup. Thank you, Mark. Seems like the wet shaving community just keeps growing. Yeah, I agree. A lot of new faces this time around. Hope to see new faces at the Ohio Wet Shavers meetup. And just a great all-around wonderful community. Really, really terrific. Yeah. Indie Shaver. This is David Lear. He writes, so great getting to chat with you again. So glad you like the giveaway set and the brush handle and razor holder. Those are awesome. Let me tell you again, David, I was speechless. Thank you so very, very much. After we wrap up the Copper Crown giveaway, your set is going to be the next giveaway, the centerpiece of the next giveaway. And yeah, stay tuned for that. We've got some nice plans for that. If you missed that, check out last week's Monday morning mailbag, the highlight reel, the Maggard meetup. Boy, that was spectacular. And also the brush and razor stand that he gave to the channel in spalted maple. Absolutely gorgeous. David does some wonderful, wonderful work. We'll link his Etsy storefront below where you can check out all his wonderful work. He continues here. It's the least I can do for all the work you put into the 3MB for all of us. I'll be seeing you in Ohio in September. Absolutely, David. Looking forward to seeing you again. Thank you very, very much. Lights on 45 writes, hi Mark, great video which captured the spirit of the meetup. It was great meeting you and sharing a Culver's burger with you and all the fellas. Take care, Greg. Yeah, this was Greg, Kress, Abby, and I. We got together at Culver's after the meetup and had a meal there. It was terrific. Our voucher paid for the meals. That's the other great thing about the Maggard meetup. They give you that meal voucher, and that covers a nice meal at Culver's. I think it cost me 73 cents. That's all it cost me. It was terrific, yeah. But yeah, we got together with Abby, Kress, and Greg. It sounds like a law firm, doesn't it? And it was great just meeting them and just having some great conversation and talking wet shaving and that sort of thing. Really, really enjoyed myself. Greg, great meeting you as well. And really, yeah, it was a terrific meal. I just had a great time. It was a nice way to round out the meetup before I got back on the road to head home. So yeah, it was really terrific. And those burgers were great. Culver's was great. Really, 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 really love Culver's, especially that one in Adrian, Michigan. It's just terrific. So Greg, thanks again very, very much. Hey, Scott Martin checked in and he writes, Mark, thanks for allowing us West Coasters to attend the Maggard meetup vicariously through the 3MB. It's always fun to see new and familiar faces, especially Rod and Mandy, because I started buying from them in 2015, and it's felt like I've been on a journey with Sterling from when they had 3 or 4 employees to the incredible business they've built now. So exciting to see them partnering with Barrister and Mann too. What a ride they've been on. Cheers, Scott. Yeah, Scott, it was great seeing Rod and Mandy. Very, very gracious ambassadors of the traditional wet shave and this wonderful business that they've built. Sterling Soap Company is just like the foundation, when you think about it, of the traditional wet shave. I mentioned this to them. When people get involved in the traditional wet shave and they're using off-the-shelf shave soaps, one of the first artisan brands that is recommended to new wet shavers is Sterling. Absolutely. I think that's what was recommended to me early on in this channel. The viewer said, you got to try an artisan soap. Well, gee whiz, what's an artisan soap? Get Sterling. And I went up to their website and I found their barbershop shave soap, fell in love with the scent, and, my love affair with Sterling Soap Company began right then and there. Really, really terrific. Great product, great price points, and again, Rod and Mandy are just wonderful, wonderful ambassadors for the traditional wet shave, the wet shaving business, and everybody's wet shaving journey. Really, really terrific. Very, very nice people. Always great to see them at the Maggard meetup. And they make great coffees too. We got a couple of bags of coffee that we'll be using here on the Monday morning mailbag because they were there. I bought them right away. Yeah, Really, really terrific to see Rod and Mandy there. And I had some great conversation with them. And again, when you think of artisan shave soaps, Sterling is right there at the top. And that's the one I think that one of a few that get recommended to new wet shavers. So kudos and bravo to Rod and Mandy at Sterling Soap Company. Yeah, it's just incredible to see how their business has grown. And partnering up with the Bear Stearns Man, yeah, that's really neat too. Check out the highlight reel because Rod talks about that. And it's really, really amazing. Yeah, Scott, thanks very much for pointing that out. Really do appreciate that. The one Baba checked in, big fan of the new Persona Gem double-edged blade. Maybe my new favorite blade. Good stuff, Mark, as always. Have a great week. Yeah, we did a review of it. We're editing it, and we will be posting it soon. Baba, so glad you like those. A lot of folks love the Gem Persona double-edged razor blade, and with good reason. Let me just say that. This comes from Bemp Hill Shaves. Hey, Mark, great stuff as always. Nice to see you at Maggard. Sorry to ruin a shot or two of video. No, you didn't ruin it. No, not at all. It's great to see all the activity and everyone, talking to artisans and talking to each other. Just a lot of activity. As Abene Samant said, there was a lot of energy in the room this year. I've been to a few of these, and yeah, this one, everyone seemed to be really, really up for this meetup. Again, a lot of energy in the room. So, yeah, you didn't ruin any shots at all. Thanks very much for the comment. Really do appreciate that. Let's see. Philip Baker, 2302 writes, here's my shave and review of the Parker 65R. Hey, Philip, thank you very much for that. We will link that below, folks. If you check out last week's Monday Morning Mailbag, you can go to the comments section and you can find that link there, but we will link it below the description in this video here. So, Philip, thank you very, very much for that. Stephen Smith, 4752, writes, that Tabak just exploded on the brush and face. Yeah, that was the review we did last week of Tabak shave soap. That was the Wednesday review we did. And we're talking about Tabak because it might be going away. And we're telling all the viewers out there, get some Tabak before you can't get it anymore. Hopefully it'll be around for a good long time, but just to be on the safe side, get some Tabak. And yeah, as I recall, I think we did a face lather. Boy, it was so good. Love Tabak. That was early on in my wet shaving journey. That was another game changer. It just took me to the next level. And that was right before discovering Sterling and some other artisan soaps that are out there. So Tabak is just a great stepping stone in a new wet shaving journey. So get some. If you're new to the wet shaving, if you're new to the traditional wet shave, get some Tabak. Absolutely. Steve, thanks very much for that. This comes from Scarlet Thorn, 1979. Nice shave, Mark. Tabak has just stopped selling the refill pucks. There was a clarification that they will still sell the soap in the bowl. I hope you're right about that. I really, really do. We've kind of covered all this, and I think you may be right. Time will tell. So thanks very much for the heads up on that. Regardless, folks, get some Tabak if you've never tried it. Scarlet Thorn, 1979. Thanks very much for that. Really do appreciate that. And we got this from Beth Jones, 6104. Beth, thank you very, very much. Nice shave and beautiful razor. I just purchased a tub of Tabak tallow-based shave soap last week. Have a nice rest of the week. Beth, if you scored the original tallow version of Tabak, wow, that is like the gold standard of Tabak because they have the tallow version and that was replaced with the non-tallow version. And that tallow version, a lot of wet shavers really, really love the tallow version. And if you were able to get that, you've got a gold bar. Absolutely. So enjoy that. Thanks very much for sharing that with us, Beth. Really do appreciate it. And that wraps up this week's refill segment. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Well, we've got something new in the shave den to share with you. Here it is from Taisoto, the Taisoto Duo Safety Razor. This is a lightweight, full aluminum razor with a really clever twist. It's asymmetric. One side is mild and forgiving, the other side is more efficient, and Taisoto marks the aggressive side with little lightning bolts so you always know which edge you're using. It's a smart, beginner-friendly design, but seasoned wet shavers will appreciate the precision machining and the controlled blade exposure. We're going to get a review done on this, but this arrived just a few days ago, and we're going to open it up and do an unboxing right here. I just wanted to give you a quick overview of what the product is all about. There's a little perforation here on the bottom, so we're going to try to tear. Oh yeah, tears off very, very nicely. Okay, there we go. Open that up like that. Some information on the on the back side of this of what's included, that sort of thing. Okay, and we'll open this up. We'll slide this out here. Okay, so we should be able to just slide this out. There it is. How about that, huh? Very, very neat. I'm going to save this too, as a matter of fact. Yeah. And here is, first time I'm opening it up. And here is the clasp right here. Okay, so we'll open this up. Ooh, man, that's nice. Check that out. Okay, so you got some information here about the razor. Okay, Taisoto safety razor, user manual. And, oh yeah, look at this. Some great information here regarding how to use it, that sort of thing. Okay. Kind of lays out a schematic of what's there. Oh, you get razor blades with it too, but check this out. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. So we've got some blades right here. Now, these are not labeled. Okay, these are not labeled blades at all. Let's open these up and see what... Okay, yeah, these are all blank. Okay, I don't think there's any. We'll find out. When we do a shave, we'll do a shave with one of these blades, and we'll see if there's any labeling on the actual blade itself. But there's nothing. There's no labeling on the wrapper. Okay, so we'll just set this aside like that, and let's take a look at the razor. The razor is very well made. Look at that, and of course, it's got that great classic T-shaped razor head that a lot of razors are using now. And again, one side is mild, the other side is a little more efficient. And you've got these little lightning bolts here. Let me show you that to you, right here. Okay, there it is. I just had to put something behind the razor so that the autofocus would kick in. And then there's the 3 lightning bolts there. And then there's the single lightning bolt there. So you know that's the mild side that you'll be shaving with. All right, so that way, that's how the autofocus was able to finally pick it up. But it's a gorgeous, gorgeous razor. Okay, let's open this up. Wow, nice countersink to this handle and base plate. So the base plate has a really nice countersink in there. See that right there? Really very, very nice. And that fits in there like hand in glove. I don't know if you can see that. Boy, that's terrific. Really, really beautifully machined. All right, let me give you some spec breakdowns on this right here. Material, full aluminum alloy. It's 40 grams, the razor only. The package weight is 156.6 grams. The dimensions are 111 by 43 by 23 millimeters. It's $72 US. It uses standard DE blades, high precision CNC aluminum, an asymmetric head, mild side for sensitive skin and daily shaving, efficient side for closer shaves. Lightning bolt symbols mark the aggressive side. Dual 30-degree ergonomic shaving angle. Straight cross blade exposure and gap for predictable shaving. Lightweight for maneuverability, beginner friendly but pro capable. And again, fully recyclable metal, low waste shaving because of the DE blades, and also environmentally friendly molded pulp packaging. And check this out here. The way this is, I'm going to show you the cap and the base plate here. All right, so check this out. This is how you know your blade is going to be seated correctly every single time. Look at that configuration there. See that right there? Again, I got to use the package for background. It's got like a plus and a minus there, but that helps to seat the cap, the blade, and the base plate together very, very well. And I'll show you what the base plate looks like. And there's the base plate, and you can see, again, where that's going to be inserted. How about that? Yeah, Very, very neat design. So the blade is going to sit securely in there. It's going to seat securely. And the, man, there's no give there at all. That base plate and cap are just like hand and glove. That is really, really nice. So it's ideal for daily shaves of sensitive skin on the mild side. Great for buffing and cleanup passes. Similar feel category to a Hinson Mild, but with slightly more blade presence. The efficient side is noticeably more blade exposure, more cutting power without feeling harsh. Designed for 1 to 2 pass shaves. So we've been doing 1 pass shaves. We're going to try this out in a 1 pass shave as well. Lightning bolt marking makes orientation foolproof. And the strength of the Duo is control. The lightweight aluminum, the nimble feel of it, the fact that you have this great T-shaped razor head here, and also the fact that there's some really nice knurling and some good gripping here. They got some nice spiraling knurling right here on the handle and some nice channeling here on the neck. So it feels great in the hand. So I'm really, really looking forward to test driving the Taisoto Duo aluminum razor, CNC machined, asymmetric razor head. One side mild, one side aggressive. My gosh, my thanks to Claire and everyone at Taisoto for very kindly and generously sending this along to the channel and allowing me to share with all the viewers. Folks, we're going to get a review done on the Taisoto Duo razor. We'll have a link below where you can check it out yourself. Really, really marvelous looking razor, and I'm really looking forward to shaving with it because of its asymmetric head. You know I love these kinds of razor heads. I love using these kinds of razors. So I'm really, really looking forward to trying the Taisoto Duo safety razor. We'll have a link below. Give it a look. Well, last week at the Maggard meetup, we met Eric Abears. Eric, I hope I pronounced your last name correctly. He is the owner and creative artisan behind the Cajun Blade. This is a new artisan to me, and I'm so glad I stopped at his table. He had a lot of great product there, and he also had these wonderful shave sets that were available. Here's the first one we're going to share with you this week. This is called Bon Temps Barbershop, right there. Check that out, huh? This also comes in a larger tub, about 5 ounces, but this particular one is TSA friendly. This container here and this aftershave, matching aftershave, are TSA friendly, so you can throw this in your DOP kit and take it on your carry-on bag. This is marvelous, and this is one of his best sellers, a really, really classic barbershop scent. And again, perfect size for travel. Oh, that's a nice take on the barbershop scent. Really, really terrific. And here's what they write about it. A luxury shave soap. What began as a limited Mardi Gras release quickly earned its place as a permanent fixture in the Cajun Blade lineup. Bon Temps Barbershop, meaning good time barbershop in Cajun French, has become our classic barbershop scent built on tradition, familiarity, and timeless appeal. This is a true Southern barbershop fragrance. Clean, masculine, and comforting without being dated. Bright citrus opens the scent, followed by warm spice and aromatic herbs, all resting on a smooth, woody base. It strikes the balance between fresh and warm, old school and refined. Bon Temps Barbershop brings to mind straight razor shaves, hot towels, and the unmistakable scent of a real barbershop, the kind that leaves a memory behind. It's powdery and fresh, layered with just enough depth to keep it grounded and grown. Bon Temps Barbershop isn't just a shave soap, it's a nod to tradition. From Mardi Gras celebrations to everyday shaves, it carries a spirit of good times, good memories, and classic style. This is handcrafted in small batches in Louisiana, USA, and this one is their F1 Bradford base, which is tallow, butters, and wool fat. Yeah, and again, a really, really terrific scent. That's marvelous. Oh, I really like this scent a lot. It's a bright kind of a barbershop scent. Yeah, Southern gentleman kind of a thing. Yeah, this is terrific. This really, really is wonderful. So there you go. Bon Temps Barbershop. Boy, it's a great scent. And we like this one a lot because it's TSA friendly and great space saving if you're in a smaller shave den as well. So we've got a few of these. We got some other scents we're going to share with you in the coming weeks, but wanted to kick it off with one of their best sellers, Bon Temps Barbershop Set. About $20 online. You can also get a larger tub of it if you want, but I think this was a great introductory scent to familiarize yourself and introduce yourself to the Cajun Blade. So great to see Eric there at the Maggard Meetup. Folks, we'll have a link to the Cajun Blade's website where you can check this one out and all their offerings. Give it a look. Now, when I arrived at the Maggard Meetup, there was one shave soap and scent that everyone was talking about. As a matter of fact, everyone was raving about it. And it was Kevin Laird and David Laird that introduced it to me. Chris Bodrab and I also talked about it. And the word was, get over to that artisan's table and get some because it's going fast. Yeah, Ariana and Evans had this on their table, and I was able to get a set. Here it is, Nero e Rosso. Isn't that beautiful? Check out that label. Just top-notch stuff. Here is the scent profile. Black leather, black tobacco, oud, hint of strawberries, osmanthus, roasted cocoa, very light, saffron, cardamom, birch tar, and cedarwood. Boy, oh boy, is this a great scent. Really, really marvelous. Oh, that is terrific. And again, glass jar, so elegant and refined and gentlemanly. Looks great on the counter of your shave den, as does the matching aftershave splash right there. And these wonderful, great looking, chunky, masculine kind of bottle. Yeah, just terrific. Really, really great. Peter had some sets available for sale at the Maggard Meetup. And here's what he posted on Facebook recently, and this applies to this past Friday. Here's what he wrote. I will add Nero e Rosso on the VIP site, but it will not come with boxes. Well, mine didn't come with boxes either. He just had it out like this, right here and right here. That's what it was. I purchased it right away. We will release the matching fragrance as well. If you want the boxes, unfortunately, you'll need to wait 30 to 40 days. I have enough labels for just about 100 sets. So if it runs out, the next release will be with the full packaging. We will absolutely not release to the public again until after the boxes arrive. Maggard's was a special case, so he's going to leave it to you out there. If you're a member of the VIP site, you can go ahead and make the purchase now without the boxes, or if you want to wait for the full packaging, it's going to be about another month or so, 30 to 40 days. Yeah, this was going to be added this past Friday on the VIP site. Now, he's also saying, I respectfully ask to please order only one set per order to ensure others have a chance. So just keep that in mind. So if you're not a member of the VIP site, you can join and have a crack at this. Otherwise, it's going to be 30 to 40 days before you can get to it. If you were at the Maggard Meetup, I hope you got this one because it's terrific. And a big, big thank you to Kevin Laird, David Laird, Chris Bodrab, Aaron Watson, and so many others out there that were talking about this because it's a terrific scent. It is marvelous. It is really, really wonderful. It's gentlemanly. It's refined. It's elegant. It's masculine. It's just, it really touches all the bases. So, Ariana and Evans, Nero e Rosso on the VIP site right now. Again, it's limited. And if you want full packaging, it'll be in 30 to 40 days. Really, really terrific. So give it a look from Ariana and Evans, Nero e Rosso. Now, I wanted to show you something this morning. Maggard's is a really wonderful source for great synthetic brush knots at a really nice price point. So we got a few when we were there. And here is the Maggard black and white synthetic knot, 26 millimeter, Really, really nice. $12.95 is the price. Really, really terrific. That's the online price, and I believe that's what we paid on the showroom floor, maybe $12. I'm not sure, but it's just a nice price point. This has got a lot of nice backbone to it already, and it just feels great. We also picked up another Maggard knot. This is their Timberwolf knot, 26 millimeter. And check this one out. Boy, this is really super soft. Really, really nice. Check that out, huh? Isn't that great? Yeah. Again, $12.95, great price point. Now, the reason why we were looking at brush knots is because we wanted to get a brush knot to complement that brush handle that David Lair very kindly gifted to the channel. He went ahead and got some spalted maple wood, and he made a razor stand and a brush handle. Here is the razor stand. Check this out. Look at that. This is spalted maple wood. If you want an explanation for that, check out last week's Monday Morning Mailbag. Check out the meetup reel, and he explains all about it. It is just marvelous. I mean, look at that. It just looks great. And he's got the new coin in the base there. Check that out. Look at that, huh? Isn't that great? That is absolutely marvelous. Really, really terrific. So we were looking for a brush knot for the shave brush handle. And Brad Maggard came down and was showing me some knots, and he picked this. He selected this one, and it fit. It just looks great. So here it is right here. This is a synthetic brown knot for that handle. Check that out. How about that? Look at that. Isn't that great? It just highlights the wonderful patterns on the shave brush handle and the color and tone of it all. It's just marvelous. Isn't that great? And it's a really nice soft knot. Now, we haven't affixed it into the handle just yet. It'll come right out. Okay, so we're going to be doing a video on fixing this knot into the handle. I just wanted to show you what it looks like. So, yeah. And we have a single quarter in here. This is my Culver's quarter. This is the quarter I got as part of my change from my Culver's dinner with Abby, Gregg, and Kress, the law firm of Abby, Gregg, and Kress. And so I don't know if I'm going to use the quarter or just set the knot in there without the quarter. It sits in there pretty good like that. And then with the quarter in there like that, the Culver's quarter, yeah, that sits in there good. It seems to soften it up a little bit, but man, it's just terrific. And again, speaking of coins, got the new Indie Brushworks coin in the base of the handle. Look at that. Yeah, boy, oh boy, just an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous shave brush handle and razor stand. Again, a big, big thank you to David Lair for very kindly gifting this to the channel. We're going to do a video on setting this knot, and then we're going to get some shaves done with this because this feels great in the hand. I mean, the shape of this handle is just marvelous. It's like hand in glove. I mean, it just feels great. So I just wanted to share that with you, that Maggard's is a wonderful resource for synthetic brush knots at a really, really nice price point. And a big thank you to Brad Maggard for finding this one. And it just, as soon as I saw it like this, and everybody that was looking at it said, oh, I mean, they would just reacted to it like, wow. Yeah, as soon as I heard that, that's the knot that is going in the handle. So I wanted to share that to you. So if you're looking for a synthetic knot for your brush handle, get up to Maggard Razors and give them all a look. And that wraps up this week's look at New Wet shaving gear. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some of these questions and comments. Hey, we got this from viewer Bob Mykowski, and he wrote, Mark, while on my way to visit a cousin in central Vermont, I stopped in Brattleboro in southern Vermont to gas up and maybe get a haircut. I asked the kid working the Citgo gas station I had stopped at, who's the best barber in Brattleboro? He said Gene's in downtown Brattleboro. So I went to Gene's. Mark, it was a barbershop out of the past. Not a fast clip joint like most places today, but a good old shop that only takes walk-ins. Gene is a friendly guy who takes his crafts seriously. He does meticulous work, paying attention to every detail, doesn't rush a cut even with customers waiting. He gave me a great haircut. I'll be back next time I'm in Brattleboro, Vermont. A good old-time barbershop with that old-time atmosphere you can't help but sense. I'm including 5 pictures of Gene with a customer. Very nice place indeed. Wow, Bob, that's absolutely fantastic. The next time you find yourself in Brattleboro, Vermont, getting a shave and a haircut at Gene's Barbershop, feel free to send along videos and photos, and we'll share them with all the viewers out there. Bob, thanks again very, very much. Hey, we received this email from viewer David Dart, and he writes, Mark, good morning. I just finished watching your one-pass Tabak shave. Sounds like you had excellent results from the Feather Blade and the Meteorite Razor. I love feather blades. I can put them in my Apex, Bison, or Henson razors and be on autopilot. Tabak is a must-have in my den. I have the tallow base. I noticed a slight difference in the milk glass bottle that your aftershave is in from mine. The top part of the bottle is clear on yours. Now here, right here. Check that out. There's the top part of the bottle right there. It's clear. Okay, see that? It's clear. All right. Okay, let me continue. The top part of the bottle is clear on yours, and mine is all milk glass. Not that it makes a difference to the splash, but it was something that stood out to me. And I agree 100%. If you're getting Tabak soap, get the aftershave as well. It's fantastic. Have a great day. And that's from David Dart. David, thanks very much for pointing that out. I never knew that there was a difference. Folks, why is that? Does anybody know why? I have a clear top to my Tabak aftershave bottle, and David has all milk glass. Why is that? I don't know. If you know, please comment below. David, thanks very, very much. Well, get over to Larry Sublotny's YouTube channel, Larry Shaves. He's got a great recap of the Maggard meetup and also a great recap of the Razor Company's meetup that took place the very next day on Sunday. Really, really terrific overview of what was available, and check out what the Razor Company gave to all the people who went to that meetup. Wow, unbelievable. Really, really neat. Larry, thanks very, very much for a complete recap of 2 great wet shave meetups. Folks, we'll link it below. Give it a look at Larry Shaves. And that wraps up another Monday morning mailbag. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/MarkZerati, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review in this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the 2 cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video, or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. From the 3MB, where every shave tells a story, make it a great week.